there were a lot of variety shows. I wasn't the only one. There's a lot of good guys out there producing directors and so forth. And then I was part of the teams, I guess, that did it. And I was probably the one that was probably more off the wall than anybody else. But I sort of relished that because I like to do crazies and stuff like that. And so people were, when they came around to me, they would love to experiment and do crazy. Some of the other guys are incredible directors, and they are incredible directors. And they would do pretty shots and the rest of it, but I wanted to do pretty shots, but I wanted to mix a lot of other stuff in there too. And so I did a special with Andy Williams, this magic show, lantern show, and it was just he on a gigantic blue stage, because chroma key in those days was blue. It wasn't green like today's use. When they do weather maps and stuff like that, it's green because okay. So in the blue is that poor Andy didn't understand, but he was willing to do anything. He also liked to experiment, very open about experimenting. So I started doing squares. When I do a square of a picture here on the tube, another square up in here, another longer square here. I'd have him walking on top of these squares, sliding down a pole, another one, jumping in and then coming out in that scene, and things like that. And it was, oh my lands, that had to be in the early 70s, and long before anything like this was ever done. And again, I felt, and Andy felt, hey, we accomplished something different. And a lot of the crews would said, oh, we're going to bring you you just won the chroma key award. and so they had fun with me, and I had fun with the video. That was another experiment. Another one was the switched on symphony. Pierre Cossette had an idea to do with Zubin Mehta, was a very young boy at that time. He had the Philharmonic here, and he wanted to do a switched on symphony with the Roger Wagner chorale. And he wanted to do everything correct. We had Jethro Tull, we had ballet, we had anything and everything. And so we did it at NBC, and again, chroma key came into play. Sat the orchestra down and put like a castle back there, but it was blue in between the archways. And I had flames coming up the back. It was a big production often. And then we had other things that we put rock and roll with the symphony. And back and forth. We had another one where the monks were coming down an aisle, all carrying flames and stuff. It was the most off-the-wall usage and marriage of rock and roll and symphonic music. We won a few awards, but that was Pierre's basic idea, and he was brilliant at that. And but carte blanche, let us go and do what we wanted to do. And Zubin never has forgotten that show.